Welcome to Screen to Speed, powered by INIT Esports. In this podcast, we dive into the journeys of remarkable individuals making waves in sim racing and bridging the virtual with the real. From the thrill of digital circuits to the roar of real life racetracks, we explore the passion, dedication, and innovation that drives the world of motorsports. We'll hear from athletes, creators, and pioneers sharing their stories, insights, and the powerful ways sim racing is connecting communities and creating pathways into motorsports. So buckle up. Screen to Speed starts now.
Hi everyone! Hi! Welcome to the 10th episode of INIT Talks! Hi! With Cierra! Sisi! Hi! Oh my god, guys, it's finally happening. So, finally it's happening. We're having a chat with Sisi, the OG oval driver in the house, baby. I miss you so much, Sisi! Oh my god, virtual hug. Hi! Hello! Welcome in. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Today's a good day. I slept in. I love sleeping in, and now I'm here. I didn't work today, so
Oh, nice. She doesn't work today, so that's great. So she can have a chat with us. Hi, Jonah. By the way, welcome in. Welcome to the 10th episode of INIT Talks. Jonah. Do you know Jonah? Jonah is someone from your community, right?
Yes, he is. Hi, Jonah.
Oh my god. Hi, Jonah. Very nice to have you here today. Hi. Welcome in. So today we'll be having a chat with Cierra, and also we will talk a lot about her journey in sim racing and also her ultimate goal. Maybe she wants to be a race car driver one day, or maybe she wants to be a race engineer, or maybe you want to be a crew chief in one of the NASCAR team. Probably we will find out later. And by the way, Jonah, if you have a question for Sisi, save it for later, okay? Because after this interview, we will have a Q&A session, so you can ask any question to Cierra. Not any question, but any question related to sim racing. Alright, Sisi, let's get to it. So, Sisi, first of all, how did you get into sim racing and streaming? That's the question that I've been wanting to ask you for a long time. Like, why did you
It's
get
literally
into sim racing?
so random. Okay, it's like basically dating back to a little Sierra. When I used to, my brother had a GameCube, and like the purple little GameCubes, and I used to go and secretly go on it because he had a game Need for Speed, and I would play that all the time every single day. And I was like really little, like I would say I was like 6 or 7, and I would play that all the time. And then I remember like I would, as the years went by, he started being like, wait, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm racing. And then so we started racing each other, and then I remember one day I beat him, and he like pretended I didn't beat him, and I was like, I beat you. And that's how it happened. And then from there, like life happened, and I became person, and I did, had school and all that kind of stuff, and I did kind of drift away from like gaming and racing and all that. But then probably like once I was like out of high school and I was like done with a little bit of college, I was just back at home again, and I was like, what do I want to do right now? And I was like, I want to race. So I got back into everything. I started doing Forza almost every single day. Like Forza, I was heavily addicted to Forza.
Really?
Like
Which one?
I loved
Which
it
Forza?
so much. I think I like and then I did Forza Horizon, and I'm pretty sure I did every single, like there was nothing else to do in the game, like that's how much I loved it. And around the same time, my boyfriend, he watches NASCAR all the time, so around the same time as that, I'm looking and watching NASCAR, and I'm starting to get into it, and then he's starting to get into it more, so that he wanted to start doing sim racing himself. So he got himself a whole setup for sim racing, and I'm the type that's like, what you doing over there? So I literally was watching him, and I like was seeing what he was doing, and I wanted to try what it was. And then from there I was like, wait, like what is this? And I actually went on Twitch, because he was doing iRacing. Like he found out all about this, and I was like, "What is this?" So I went on and I went on Twitch and I went to iRacing streams and I saw a bunch of things. Like I saw Maradness, I remember F1 Ellie, Ashley Vandley, all those
Ash.
people. There's also Bojangles at the time. I remember Bojangles. I liked him a lot. There's just a bunch of different people that I would watch at the beginning. And Daniel Gray as well. And I just got into it and I was like, wait a second. And as I was like watching all the different people on Twitch doing it, I was like, you know what? I want to do this myself. And I was like, I don't know. Like I was just I was kind of at the time I actually wasn't working and I was kind of bored and I honestly like felt like I needed to do something I felt like I was just like kind of missing something in my life. Like I wanted to create something. And that's honestly what I wanted to do is create a community. So when I started doing that stuff, because I saw what Twitch was and I was like, you know what, that's something really cool. So I was like, let's combine my iRacing. So of course I did iRacing before I started streaming. I did it for like, I think like a month and a half, 2 months. And I got from my rookie to in road from my rookie to my D class. And then once I got my D class, I started streaming. But that first couple months, that first month or two, oh my God, the rookie Mazdas is a whole nother level of craziness. Like it's just survival. Like it really is survival. But after doing that, I literally just started streaming, and then it kind of took off from there. I did a lot of road, and then I got into Ulva probably like 8 or 9 months into my iRacing career, and then I kind of just like went full into that. Yeah, that's how I started sim racing on iRacing.
I see. So you were starting from road racing first before you get into the oval then?
Yeah.
You're starting like straight to oval.
So what I used to do is I would do like ranked road, and then I would do the pickup cup, and it was unranked. So I would do that at Daytona, and actually the first race I ever won, even in road and on everything, was a pickup cup at Daytona. And so when I won that race, it was like a good race that I won. And I was like, oh my God, I kind of was like, I really like doing this. So from there, I was like, maybe I can start doing oval. So that's when I started building
your oval rating and stuff. I see. So back in the day, you really liked the Mazda, because for me, when I was in rookie, I always do the Formula V. I'm more like the open wheel person back in the day, but the Mazda is hard to master, in my opinion.
It's funny that you say that, because it is. But once you it was. But once I remember I mastered it, I was like, wait, I actually really like the car. Like if you actually start getting to know the Mazda, like it's so much fun. Like I really really enjoy that car.
Everybody say that. Like the Mazda might be boring for you, and you don't get the feeling of driving it at first. But once you know how to drive it, you will love it. You will enjoy driving the Mazda.
Yeah, and I personally love it.
I only drive the Mazda during your event. Like, I always drive the Mazda in hosted race. I never done any Mazda race in official.
Really? Mm-hmm. You've never done a Mazda official? Oh my God. It's madness.
See, I'm on my way. Like, I have a mission in new season. I want to get my 2K I rating in road, because it keeps going up and down, because I'm trolling and I'm not racing a lot. Like I only stream when I only race when I'm streaming. That's it.
Same.
Oh,
Same.
Yeah? Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're not doing any race like when you're like off the stream.
No. If I am, it's more just like I'm practicing. I practice by myself sometimes, but if I'm in a race, I have to stream it. There's something in me like that. I'm just like, I can't not stream. Like I'm like, because what if something happens?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it feels different when you're like racing when you're streaming and when you're like racing off the stream. I don't know why. Like, sometimes like you have like so many chat coming up, and sometimes it's hard to keep up with it and have to drive at the same time. But when you're racing off the stream, it feels so lonely. Like, I tried once and I was like, keep on trying to look at the chat, like nobody's chatting me. Okay. And I was like, oh yeah, man, this is offline. You're going offline. So yeah.
No, literally, that's so funny, because the few times I've done like practice, I'm like something in practice, I do something, I'm like, oh la la, I'm just literally talking and I'm singing and I'm like, I am talking and singing to no one, and then I actually laugh to myself. I'm like, this is just truly like this is me. Like I'm gonna keep going. Like that's why it's like I might as well stream it. I'm already doing it by myself.
I think you can like start recording it. Like you turn on your stream overlay, and you just hit the record. So when you're practicing, you can have a content. You know what I mean? Like if something happen, if something fun happened that might look good for the clip, something like that, you can have it. You know.
Yeah.
So by the way, guys, Cici is also a content creator. So she's not just a streamer and iRacer. She's also making content. So make sure to follow her on Instagram at Cierra. So basically, your social media handle is pretty much the same like Twitch, right? On TikTok.
Yeah, it's
YouTube.
the same thing for anything. It's my name, Cierra, and races combined.
Sierra. Hi, by the way, Marcus. Hi,
Marcus.
welcome in. Oh my god, very nice to have you here today. Hi, Marcus. So, I'm having a special guest today joining us, Sierra. It's finally happening because, it's been like a really, really long time. Like, I want to have you in the stream. Like, I want to have you in INIT Talks, but, I got things to do. I travel, and sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just life gets busy sometimes. Now
Absolutely.
we're talking about life. I feel old thing. I feel old. Now we are talking about life.
We're talking about life.
We're talking about life, okay? No. We're talking about sim racing now. Sim racing. We're talking about sim racing. And by the way, Cici, so you tried Forza, you tried iRacing, and yeah, now it got me thinking, what is your sim of choice? And why?
My sim of choice, it's like the game. The game. See, I think it's just a simulation, but it's iRacing. I just love iRacing. It's hard for me to do anything else. Like I've been tried to convince to do any other games, and I don't know. Once I like really get myself onto something, I'm like really change is like hard for me. So like,
yeah, same
I kind of stick to what I know.
Same here. And what makes you like the iRacing?
I like iRacing. I think it's very much a simulator. Like there's so many different things that happen, and like even when I go to watch the NASCAR races afterwards, like I literally watch some things. I'm like, that is exactly what just happened into my race. Like even some of like the crashes that I've seen, like I'm like, that is literally what happened in my race last week.
So you kind of predict what's going to happen in the NASCAR race. So guys, if you want to see what's going to happen in the next round of the NASCAR race, you should come to Sierra race. You should come to her stream and see. And what's your favorite track in oval, by the way?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I as most people know, I have a very heavy addiction to super speedways, like a heavy addiction. It's something that I don't know why, I just love them so much, and just the adrenaline that you get when you're up front, like 3 wide, and you're like, it's just, I don't know, I just love it. So, but I think it's also because I live in Florida and I've been there many times at Daytona. I just love the track in general. I also like the road track of Daytona too, but in general, that is my super speedway of choice. I mean, but like it's Daytona for talking super speedways, and then I really enjoy Kansas and Las Vegas for mile and a halves. And a short track girl is not a short track, and I'm not a short track girl, so I don't enjoy any of them. I mean, sometimes I can tolerate Bristol, but maybe Gateway, but it's not even. That's not even a short track.
I don't know what to say about Gateway. It feels weird. Like I don't get the flow of the track.
Gateway was my nightmare. I did that 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I hate this track. I also just didn't like it in the next gen. I think the next gen at Gateway was just not for me.
Oh yeah, I practice Gateway for the NASCAR iRacing series. So I'm planning to do the NASCAR iRacing series every week. And yeah, a few weeks ago, like I think last week or 2 weeks ago, it was the Gateway, right? I tried to drive in next gen, and it feels weird because in the first corner, I think you need to brake and downshift, right? But I don't know, the banking and everything feels so weird to me. I don't get the feeling of Gateway.
I don't know. I honestly, no. I mean, it's better in the trucks, but it's just like the next gen, and that is so that you're doing the NIS every time. I've done the NIS for like the Daytona 500 and Talladega and those races are so long.
Did you do the 600?
No, I didn't.
Oh god. Oh my god. That was
it?
it's like 4 hours. At least for me in my split, it was a 4 hours race in total. Like,
Yeah, that's how much my my Daytona 500 was, and I did like an event with IDK player, and that was the Talladega 500-mile race, and that race was like almost 5 hours long. I was like afterwards, I just laid on the floor.
like, oh my god.
I was like, what?
Yeah, same here. That's what I do after the 600. Like after the 600, I just lay down on the floor, like just playing games on my phone. Like, oh my god, I don't even want to talk to people. I don't want to see my simulator. I don't want to see my setup.
My
I just
eyes.
yeah, because I think for me, doing a long race in oval is harder than doing a long race in road, because in road you have like so many different corners, and like because it's different, so you have to think in every corner. But I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not using my brain in oval. No, I'm not saying that. But in oval you're just turning left, so in the middle of the race it gets, I don't know, I was like bored, like in the middle of my 600 race, like, oh my god, I'm so tired.
Oh yeah, especially when you're broken up in the field. When I lose the field and there's that whole section of like we're just waiting on a caution because I hate being alone on the field. I literally sit there and sing about 100 songs.
You make a playlist.
I literally am just singing like I just say randomness, and at that point I'm like, you guys, we need to start racing because I can't be talking anymore. Love how I'm just like this.
Can you read at the chat and race at the same time? Or sometimes you ignore your chat a bit and you focus on your race?
So there's like a difference. You can kind of tell. We call it race face, where I go from like thing to all of a sudden I'm the most serious person. And if we're in that zone, we know I can't really read chat, because it's like mainly that is, by the way, when you're like is when you're like 3 or 4 wide up front. So I actually do a lot of money races in iRacing. So it's like the winner gets like $200 on a super speedway. It's like a crazy thing. So I do a lot of money races, and it's with a lot of like guys. It's all guys, and they all have very high oval ratings. And when I'm up there, I can't feel my heart.
You just become a robot, like, okay, I'm a machine.
No, it's so bad. So like when I'm like there, no, I cannot reach out.
I see.
But
And
mostly,
here
yes, I
Jonah
do.
said that you ignore everyone all the time.
Jonah likes to make fun of me, but no, I ignore you guys.
I
He's
ignore
saying
you guys
sometimes
for the good.
they tell me to do stuff, and yes, sometimes I ignore what they say.
Same here. I don't listen to my spotter. I don't listen to the chat sometimes.
Sometimes they say something, and you're like, yeah, but like I'm gonna do it my way.
I'm gonna do it my way. It's the my way.
Thank
or
you for
highway.
your input.
But I'm doing it my way. So, by the way, Sisi, what is the most memorable race? The race that you will never forget in your life so far?
Ooh, most memorable race of my life. It's most there's a couple different ones. There honestly there's the one in my Mazda at Summit Point. One of those is a really good one because it had to do more of like what I was feeling before the race. It was more like I felt like I hadn't done good in road in a really long time, and I was really upset with myself. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna really try. So like I went into that race, and it was a really good battle. It wasn't just like I just got it because everybody wrecked. It was like I straight up battled for that one, and to actually get him, I think I got him on like the second to last lap. And I ended up winning, and like that one like meant a lot to me because I was like, you know what, I can win a road race, okay?
Now you cannot make a joke about me anymore because I
was
won
like,
my-
excuse me. But for oval, there's a couple Daytona, Talladega. I would have to say Christmas Eve, one of my favorite wins. First of all, the whole race I was battling like insane, and I was in first most of that race, but I ended up getting pushed behind because usually what happens in steeper speedways is nobody wants to work with a girly girl. That's what I say a lot of the time, but they just like to draft together, and I usually get left and I end up in the back, and so I had to work my way back up to the front, and I think I was in like 8th or something, and then we're coming to the line. Literally, we are on the front stretch. And every single person wrecked in front of me. And I got clipped, and as I clipped, I went over the finish line, and I got first place, and I was literally spinning backwards. And it's like that right there is one of my most memorable wins because it was so like, wait, what just happened? It was like, you know what? I also was like, I felt like I was like, I deserved that win. That was awesome.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I bet that feels really great. Like what?
It was Christmas Eve too, so I was like, it's a great Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone! As she crossed the finish line, Merry Christmas! Oh my god! Oh my god! And so since you're like streaming racing, you wanna race whatsoever. So basically, you grow on Twitch, right? Like you improve your skill, and everyone in your community saw it from the very first day you're streaming until now. So, is there any, what do you say, like something like a bad comments, or like, you know, just people being a troll on your chat sometimes? Did you have it once in a while, or not really? Everyone is just so positive and vibing with you.
No, all the time.
Oh really?
It's well, at the beginning, more at the beginning of my career, there was a lot of people that had to get blocked and banned because a lot of people are negative. They don't want I don't really understand it, but you know, this is what is happening in the world. But you know, I would get all the horrible comments and just like, I'm terrible, all those things, and you know, you just gotta block it out. And I think that from there I just grew, like, and my community grew so much so that now if somebody says something, they are immediately like, like they just immediately stand up for me. Like before I know it, that person's gone anyways. So I kind of just like, it's whatever. Sometimes I actually like to challenge them. Like there's sometimes differences of people coming in. Sometimes they're like immediately like offending me. And then other times they're kind of like feeling me out. Like they're like, is she? And then like, let's say like there was like a wreck that like maybe I did play a part in, and I think they're waiting to see if I would be like, no, it's not me. Like, but like I literally own up. Like if there's a wreck, I'm always like, no, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was like that.
I'm not gonna say I didn't do it because, and then from there I look at what I did and then learn from that mistake and try not to do it again.
Right. I think that's what I do also. Like, yeah, sometimes not like sometimes, but when I crash, I mean, when you're driving, you don't really feel that. Like, you don't know what's exactly going on, so you went on your self-defense mode, of course. And for me, that's normal. Like when you're driving, you're racing hard, of course you have that ego inside you that's saying it's not my fault, it wasn't me, you know. But when you look at the replay, you can see everything, and that's the moment where I own it. Like, yeah, that was me, I didn't give enough space, yeah, that was on me. You know. Yeah, sometimes I'm not saying that sometimes you have to like be defensive all the time. Like, it's hard in the stream, you know, because you're streaming, I'm also streaming, so when we do something, everyone sees it, and yeah, people can clip it, of course. And I'm not against anyone who's making a clip out of me when I'm like driving or crash, but you know, like, this is like the, not like a tips for streamer, but sometimes if that was your fault, if something happened in the race and that was on you, yeah, just own it, you know, like, oh yeah, that was on me.
Exactly.
We made mistake, new race, new me, get into the next one.
Yeah, that's, I'm just like, it's okay, moving on.
We're moving on to the next one, new race, new me, just like Daniel Gray, new race, new me, new season,
New race, new me.
By the way, hi Yvonne, hi, welcome.
Yvonne,
welcome in. Oh my god, you're on vacation and you're still here. Welcome in. Oh my god. So Yvonne is the community manager here on INIT Esports, and well, she and Sophie are on holiday right now. But oh my god, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great holiday, a great vacation. Oh my god, I need vacation at this point, like really. Oh my god.
Damn, I feel that.
Yeah. Hey, do you stream every day or not every day?
No, it's hard for me. I do have a job. I I work at Ulta. I work with the makeups. Yeah, I work with makeup, and so that takes a lot of my time, and sometimes I get really tired. But I try to stream at least four times a week. Fedora.
Dora. Oh my god, Dora. Dora, your girls is here. Sierra, your girl is here. See Sierra, see Sierra. Hi, Jean. Hi.
Everything.
Hi.
Her schedule is dog water.
Dog
Yeah, no,
water.
my schedule at work, they kind of schedule me like really weird, random hours. I'm kind like it. They really, they're mean, but it's fine.
Feminine, but it's fine. Ulta has a good product. It's okay. I just bought eyeliner from Ulta. I love Ulta. Hi Ulta. So maybe in the future we can work
God.
together. Maybe sponsor CC. CC getting into the dream team. The oval.
It's actually
division.
really funny. I inspired my manager at work. We do like little competition, not competitions, but like more like friendly like things for like getting. I know it's Ulta, but like getting credit cards and like getting loyalty and signups and all that kind of stuff. But I inspired her because I told her about my racing, and she ended up having me make. I actually made a racetrack, and it's in our back bulletin board, and we all got our own little sticker cars. And every time we get a credit card, we move up the track.
Oh my
and it's so, and it's so cute.
That's
But
so
like
cute.
it's just so funny. And then we ended up like she printed out. She like got an AI thing with the NASCAR. Like it's like a car, and it has our store number on it, and it says Ulta, and it's literally like a little paint scheme. It's so
Oh
cute.
my god, that's so cute. Oh my god, do you have a picture of it? Like any picture of or video? So if I'm making clip about this story, I'm gonna put the photo and everything. Oh my god, that's
I do. I actually do. I could send it to you. Do you want me to send it to you later?
Yes. Yeah, you can send it now or later. It's fine.
Okay, I could try to find. Hold on.
Yep. Don't worry. In the meantime, I can have a chat with Dora and Jean. Dora, Jean, by the way. Dora. Welcome in. Very nice to have you guys here today. Welcome to the 10th episode of INIT Talks. I swear to God, I thought this is like the 11th episode of INIT Talks, but we're only on episode 10. But hello guys, it's almost 3 months for me being your favorite host
Awesome.
here on INIT Esports. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I met a bunch of wonderful ladies. So the first episode, I interview Yvonne, the community manager, sim racer, and also real race car driver. And then second episode, I think we have Nina. And then I had Victoria. Victoria is a part of the dream team on INIT Esports. Oh, this one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Guys, I know you cannot see it now, but don't forget to follow us on social media because we will post the photo and the clip of Sierra's interview on our social media. So make sure to follow us on Instagram at INIT Esports and at Screen to Speed. Especially, here's the thing. Intermezzo, everyone. So, yeah, by the way, guys, we are having the upcoming Screen to Speed Summer Cup. And we'll be having it in F124, iRacing, and GT7. CC, you should join. You should join the iRacing one. Please join. I
think I'm going to. I don't know the car, but we're gonna learn it, and I think I'm gonna join.
Are you ready to learn something new?
Yes, I'm gonna learn something new, and I'm gonna try my best.
So basically, I'll be racing in one of the round, like meeting up with my girls on the track, and I'm super happy to have you on board, and I really hope we can have a fun battle together, like we had in the Mazda on your birthday party. Oh my god, that was so fun! Like I remember, like I think when we were racing in Okayama in Mazda, I think I had a good start. Like compared to the guy in front of me, I feel like okay, I start, but you were like behind me, like somewhat in my blind spot, and we were like trying to battle, like, and I was like, why does this car doesn't have any power? Go! I was like,
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. You kind of just gotta just let it go, and then you're like, it really is so slow on the. It's funny because I didn't realize how slow the Mazdas were because I started with the Mazdas, and then I got into a GT3 car and did Okayama, literally, and I was on the backstretch, and I was like, oh my god, you can fly!
Yeah, I know, right? I think that's the thing that I don't like about the Mazda. Like, okay, we were doing a standing start, right? In your birthday party. Like, we were having a standing start, okay. And I did standing start in the Porsche Cup and F4. And doing a standing start in Mazda is such a pain. Like,
I know. I'm used to the standing starts because of the, like, production sim lab I like that series. That's fun one with the multi-class race. I like that one a lot.
Oh, what cars do they have in the Mazda?
They do. It's the with the GR. It's with the Mazda. It's with the. Oh my god, I already forgot the Clio.
Oh,
I
interesting.
think that's what it is.
Interesting.
And then there's another one. It's like the Mustang or something. But
Oh, yeah,
honestly, every time I do one, there's never anybody who signs up with that car, so I don't really race them in that
I don't
much.
think I don't think I have that Mustang. The only Mustang that I have is the GT3 and the supercars. Oh my god. You know what? I think guys, we should challenge Sierra to do the Butters. Was it Butters 1000? Yeah, Butters 1000. That iRacing especially fun.
Bathurst is such a fun track. I remember the first time I did it, I went without knowing the track at all, and I just did it like I was just driving around a road that I've never driven. And when you know what turn I'm talking about, the turn where it's a blind one. She didn't know, I didn't know, and I just went flying. Like I still remember that that moment. I was like, this is not what I thought, but that track is so much fun. I have not mastered
That
it.
track feels so rewarding. If you know the track, how to go fast around the track, you can nail the downhill part, like going down the mountain. That's so
Actually, I think
amazing.
we did a charity event with
Any rabbits?
Any Rabbits like a really
Yeah.
a long time ago, wasn't it? It was at
It was
Bathurst. I
with
forgot what car it was
Daniel.
though.
GT3.
Was
We
it
were-
GT3s?
Yeah, it was the GT3. So I think we were racing with Law 46. So it was me, you, Law 46, Ash, Daniel Murad, Cassie Kirwan. Yeah, Cassie. I think Cassie was
Yeah,
there, but he was
Where is
like
it?
already flying. We were struggling at the back.
Oh, I was a struggle sitting in that.
I remember there was a parking lot moment in that one in the first lap. Everybody just stuck like in the middle of the road, like we cannot go. It was a parking lot moment. I think I still have the picture
Literally.
for that. Like wow.
The parking lot moments. Oh my
Parking
god.
lot moments.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
for real.
There's so many like in just like actual racing too, like in NASCAR, like from the Sonoma race last Sunday. Not like, but like that that one. I was like, no.
Yeah, that was crazy. I always avoid Butters in officials simply because I cannot trust any strangers racing with me in that track because I'm just decent in Butters. Like okay, I'm just okay, not really good, and I cannot trust any random strangers that I met in the lobby. Like nope, I guess not.
I'm not the most trusting when it comes to people on the track, just because I feel like I have a little bit of PTSD when it comes to iRacing, just in ways, racing in general, that like you just like kind of like to start driving a little bit differently because you're just so scared. Like that happens a lot of the times when I'm racing. I literally just get like, I'm like, you know what? I feel like something is gonna happen, and I'm gonna just. And I let off, and I'm like, I'll let them do the wrecking, and we're gonna stay back here and be smart. And honestly, I've gained a lot of positions from doing that over the races.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, you have to race hard, but sometimes you have to race smart also. You know?
Exactly. And
Like,
there's
yeah.
times where people come to my chat and they're like, why are you why are you
go?
staying back? Why are you staying out? Why aren't you going? And I'm like, I'm trying to be a little bit strategic here, okay? Because we still got to do green flag pit stops if we get there. We still got to get gas. We got time.
True. I mean, true. We got time. Why so hurry, guys? And sometimes you have to let go because, like sometimes if you're racing like too hard, you both will end up in the wall.
And there's been times, where you're doing a battle. And it's I love when there is like really clean battles and nobody does wreck each other, because that's just honestly one of my favorite, like that feeling of just like a nice clean battle and you end up getting them and you're like, yeah, it's just like the best feeling ever.
Yeah, it's the best feeling ever. If you found like one stranger in the lobby and then like you both of you can have like a really clean battle, that feels so rewarding. Like I want to keep you forever. Like I want to send a private chat to you. Thank you for playing.
No,
with me.
literally, and I've had like some really clean battles with people, and they come over the radio and they're like, Sierra, like that was a great battle. I'm like, awesome. And then they come into the chat and they're like, that awesome race, and I was like, yo. And then they like from there on, I've seen them again in chat, and it's like, it's good to build the community.
Yeah, that's how I also built the community. And also here in INIT Esports, like we race. When we're racing on the track, we race hard, but after that, like hi, welcome, hi, just like not like nothing happened, but it's racing. sometimes. So you're racing hard on the track, and don't bring that into the real life. Like don't, I don't know, like don't take it too serious, because in the end, this is a virtual car, virtual track.
Yeah.
I mean, if you crash, it's not like you're going to pay, and I don't know how much money do you need to.
How much money? And it's funny. I've actually been in a wreck in a race before, and somebody over the thing would literally have heard, "Are you going to play for the damages? Like, why are you so mad? Are you paying for the damages?" This is
Yeah,
me
yeah,
on my
yeah.
voice chat. That's what that meant.
I don't talk in voice chat. I only talk in voice chat. Like I only talk in all teams when I'm like in your lobby, Jamie, or basically in someone that I know. But
Oh my
in
gosh, I love
officials,
just like when I'm in a whole like in a race and there's no other women there, and all of a sudden I just like somebody's saying something and they're saying something and I kind of just like chirp in and like say something so random and they're like, "What? Who is this?" You're like, "Oh." Usually I get like, is that a little child or is that a woman?
a little child. Okay, there was a moment when I was like racing in my league race. So I was like, that was like the first time I'm getting into this community, this league race. And okay, my name is literally Elz Indriani. It's a girl's name. And the commentator was confused, like, is that a woman or is that somebody's child changing his
what I'm
father's
saying.
name? I was like,
Yeah.
I'm a real person, bro. I'm a real
Like, excuse me, sir.
Sir, excuse me, I'm a woman here. Hi, hello, yes,
Me,
we
hi,
exist.
I'm the woman, it's me.
Yes, we exist here in iRacing. Hello, everyone. Hello, like yeah. And that's how I met Cici, by wrecking her at this
God.
moment. Yeah, I met a lot of people in my community because they wrecked me or I wrecked them, but it was an accident. It was an accident.
You know what? I say a lot of it. I call them racing incidents, okay? They're
Yeah.
racing incidents.
It's an
We
incident.
both went into each other's lines. We both messed up, okay?
We both mess up. We both made our mistake. But guess what? New race, new me, yo. I'm a changed person. I'm a better person now.
Oh my
That's what I
god.
keep on saying. Like, I'm a new person now.
Race
Please. Please. Don't
I need to channel that. Sometimes just some races I get so mad. Like I've definitely cried on stream and because of a race. I've definitely cried.
Oh yeah, that happened to me too. When my internet went down. Yeah, I really hope that. Jesus,
Not
that
the
was-
internet. Oh.
I cried because of my internet. Only my internet can make me cry. The boys cannot make me cry.
I've definitely cried because of my internet too.
Yeah, the internet sucks because it doesn't matter if you wreck your car in a race or you got disconnected. You will
That
lose iRating anyway.
anyways.
iRacing doesn't understand that
It's
I'm
so
having this
sad.
McDonald's Wi-Fi back in the day.
So sad. It's so
Yeah.
sad.
What happened to
I
you? Why
hate
did
that.
you cry?
I've been disconnected from a race. I think I was in third place or something,
Oh my
and
God.
we were on caution. Thankfully, so it's
Oh
not
my
like I ruined anybody else's race because I didn't just disconnect in the middle of the race. But like, I literally my everything went blank and like my whole everything. I was like, I remember I cried. I was like no, because I was like I was gonna win that race. We never know.
Oh my god, yeah, I feel you. I think I was streaming on Overtake GG, so basically Overtake is my workplace basically, and I was racing in Kentucky. I remember that fried chicken speedway. I remember that, and I suddenly got disconnected, and I cannot hold my tears. Like, I was like, I cried at work. Like, oh my god, and I was like. I was on my self-defense mode, like, it's okay, it's just a game. It's just a game, it's fine.
It's just a game. I'm like, it's fine. I just go, it's fine.
It's
fine. I
But
probably
there's-
say it's fine an unhealthy amount of times. Like, it's fine. No,
fine.
I think it's like I'm convincing myself at that point. We're moving on.
Yeah, like trying to make myself strong in front of the camera, like,
I
yeah,
know.
we continue, kids.
Sometimes the tears just flow, and like I think that's like as being like a woman, like I have no problem with saying that I can be a little bit emotional when it comes to racing because I literally do get really upset that some things happen, but like that's also the part that like I'm just like, you know what? Like we said, it's fine.
Everybody, but I mean, everybody also mad or upset or emotional. Like, I think it's not about just about the girls. The boys can get emotional too, right?
No, I know, but like when the
Yeah.
guys, when I'm saying when, okay, because sometimes my chat can get negative is like when I do act a certain way and they're like, you're just doing that because you're a girl. And I'm like, excuse me, no, that's what I meant by that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, anyway, we have another people joining. Hi, Danny NASCAR and Twisted
Danny.
Mexican. Hi, welcome in. So I'm assuming they are from your community, right? Danny and Mexican, Twisted Mexican. Are
Yes,
they-
hi, guys.
Oh my god, hello everyone from CC community. Hi, welcome in. Welcome to the 10th episode of INIT Talks. Very nice to have you all here. Hi, it's finally happening, guys. We are interviewing Cierra, CC, the OG oval driver. I keep on calling her the OG oval driver because I think for me, she's like the only girl that I found on Twitch that is like focusing on oval a lot. Like every time like I'm seeing you streaming, you'll be doing the super speedway race. I'm like, wow. I'm always like having a bad luck in super speedway, like yeah, you know what I mean. But she's doing really great in super speedway.
Yeah, it's definitely an addiction.
It's an addiction. I need to get into your level, as in like get the feeling that super speedway is addicting. Well, I throw myself a lot into Draftmaster, and I learned something from that series.
It's just, I mean, it's just drafting. It's like, it's really just like mastering drafting and the drafting tracks and like, just like holding your line as straight as possible. And that's why it's like you do that, get that adrenaline because your whole body is shaking because if you move like the littlest, tiniest bit, like you're done. So I think that's why I enjoy it so much is because I'm kind of like disciplining myself into being just like laser focused.
So any tips for me and everyone to master the super speedway? From the super speedway master, guys.
Okay, so super speedways is it's a little bit. I sometimes like to say it's a little bit like gambling. It really is because so many things can happen in a super speedway that is not in your control at all. So like any advice that I can give you is there's multiple different ways of taking on a super speedway. It's starting in the back, racing a clean race, getting through any single wreck, or literally working on your qualifying lap and trying to qualify up front so then you do not get hit from the middle madness.
Right.
And that is my thing. It's like it's really trying to get either a good qualifying down or it's staying in the back and being patient because there's going to be wrecks. If there's not a wreck in a super speedway, I don't know what's going on because there's going to be one. Don't get me wrong. I've definitely done many of super speedways without a caution. And in that case, it is kind of fun because it's then about pit strategies and it's about green flag pit stops and it's about gas and it's about all that kind of stuff. And then of course you can leave the pits wrong and you can get banged. You can get a black flag. Oh my gosh. When I first started doing oval racing, like longer races, I would get a black flag for speeding in the pits. I would get a black flag for exiting the exiting the pits wrong. I would literally, there would just be so many different things. So it's just like basically don't speed in the pits.
Right.
If you're in like a mile and a half, not super speedway, your tires. Oh my gosh, the amount of times that I would just burn my tires, like just all that kind of stuff is like. Also keeping track of your gas. I would run out of gas really early on in my racing career.
Right.
The amount I actually that was one of the times I cried. I literally ran out of gas and
Oh
it
my
was like
God.
one lap to go and I was like, how could I have done this? And it was because the pit stop before that, like something happened where I got wrecked. I had to go in the pit stops and I should have gotten like just one more lap of gas because there ended up being like 3 GWCs. So I literally was just gone by one lap and I started crying. They're like, it's okay, you didn't know. And like from then on, the amount of times that I check my gas, like I will be like, I'll just come out of the pits and I'm like, how much gas do I have?
You're having that PTSD, like, oh my god, how much gas do I have?
I'm like, wait a second. And then also like checking your tires. Sometimes like you'll uncheck your tires or check your tires when
yeah.
they're not supposed to be. That one is a huge one. It's just like many different different things that contribute to an oval, and like as time goes on, it's just something that you start to pick up.
Right. Yeah, that happened to me. So Sierra, she was collecting flags back in the day, collecting the black flags back in the day, same as me. But yeah, I feel like in some things in iRacing, you really need to make a mistake to learn what not to do on the next one, because yeah, people can tell you like, okay, you prepare this, prepare that, blah blah blah, but you don't know what you need to prepare until something bad really happen.
Exactly. So it's like you don't even know what the scenario is going to be. And then that's where you learn, because something happens that you're like, wait, this can actually happen?
Because you never know before that, right? I mean, if you just in the practice server, like you're not like actually racing, you don't know the race situation at all until you throw yourself into the race, like, okay, so this is the type of the crash. I see.
Exactly. And like even like battling, like I've done like a couple like different time trials and like practices by myself on the track, and even like the track temp can change. So it's like you're doing all that yourself, and then you're feeling confident and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go do the race, and then the first lap goes, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, and everyone just starts like, and you're like all of a sudden a 3 wide first turn, you're like, this is not a time trial.
Yeah, this is not a time trial. Why does it so different? Practice. Yeah. I feel you on that. Like really. And by the way, speaking about the pit strategy, do you have any tips about pit strategy and everything in oval? Like, how do you set up a strategy? Like, how does it work in the first place?
So it has to do with like if you, because your gas, you have a certain amount of gas throughout the race, like a certain amount of tank and a certain amount of miles that you could do. And I've also done a lot of races where like not official, where they can change it. So it's like I actually only have half the amount of gas that I usually do in an official race. So I'm gonna have to pit. So that's like a huge thing right there. So people, will wait for a caution to happen. That's another thing about that's a pit strategy, is just simply waiting on the caution. Right. And then you could go like early, like maybe if you go one lap early, maybe if you get the draft and some people go with you, you can end up outlapping them and being the first back. So just like a bunch of different things can happen. I honestly, at first, I didn't get pit strategies at all. Like it's still like there's sometimes where I get upset at myself, because I'll be like, you know what, this is what's going to happen, and then it doesn't happen that way. A lot of the chat helps me out, I will be honest. There's many times where I'm in a race and I honestly am like, guys, should I pit right here? Should I get gas? What do you think? Because I could technically last until the end, but what if there's a GWC? What if something happens where I'm wrecked? What if something, like, there's just all these different things. So it's like, you know what, I should just get a little bit of gas right here. That's like basically, honestly, the chat is like, just do it, Cierra. And then sometimes they're not. And then I have like 50-50 and it's like, do it, don't do it. And I'm like, oh, it's like a devil and an angel. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
It's quite complicated, by the way, for me, like setting up the strategy novel, because I don't know, like my strategy is not having a strategy. That's my race. Like that's all my race. Like yeah, that's my race. My strategy is not having a strategy at all. It is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. If the leader pits, I pit. So I think for me, most of the time I just follow the leaders. I think that's the start. If you wanna start like working on strategy, like starting to do a longer race in oval, I think just follow the leaders. If the leader pits, you go pit, and you don't wanna lose the draft. Even in the pit lane, people start to drive like really close to each other, right? And then when they're exiting the pit, they want to keep the draft. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Absolutely.
Huh. I see. I think that's my problem. Like keeping up with the draft.
It is. You have to be. At first, when I started racing, and actually, it was when I started doing broadcasted races, and I would watch myself back, and I would notice that everybody was so close to each other. Like I'm talking like right there, and like you could see that I was not as close as I needed to be. So I think just literally just watching myself and seeing that there was literally almost an entire car in front of me, I need to get closer and closer and closer, and then just testing myself how close I can actually get, and then from there kind of building on that and really trying to be up front.
Right. So you can say you're improving your skills a lot by getting into a lot of lobby, like unofficial race, like you practicing with your community, with your friends. I see.
Yeah.
I think for me, I do more officials than doing the hosted race. So I I'm like throwing myself with officials. But
Okay.
yeah, your
I'm
tips.
definitely building on things. I'm building with like my league races and my hosted races. There's many times where I'm like, you guys, I think I want to do this track next week for official, and they're like, let's do a hosted. And so I immediately go into hosted race and I learn it from then. And obviously, like sometimes when you're racing with your community, they're going to wreck you on purpose. So you actually kind of makes my skills a little bit better because somebody's trying to try to wreck you in that moment, and so you're like almost dodging. Like it's actually helped my wreck avoidance skills, honestly.
I see. And also, like when you're like practicing with someone that you know, like for example, your friends or people in your community, you can like you have that different level of trust. Like it's different, like battling with stranger and battling with someone that you know. So I feel like if you're like practicing with your friends, you can like improving a lot from the like close battle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Most of the people that watch me have raced with me, and they've taught me so much. Like I still am like, thank you so much. Like I'm like very appreciative to
Yeah.
any tips and any like feedback. Like most of the times, like for ovals, I remember the first time I did Kansas, I didn't know how to do Kansas at all, and I literally was like almost scared. It was like my first mile and a half, besides the super speed. Like not well, obviously super speed is not a mile and a half, but it was my first like NASCAR official race. And I know that Kansas is still a little bit, it's still like, it's mostly full out until your tires go down. But I still was just like so nervous of doing it. And I remember we did like a hosted, and I got better and better. And I remember in that hosted, I ended up finishing like third, and everyone was like, Cierra, you could do this, see? And I was like, you know what? I can do this.
I can do this. Yeah. Yeah. So by the way, so guys, if you wanna practice or if you wanna improve your skill in sim racing, you should definitely join the Screen to Speed Summer Cup, because we have like a lot of like same name keep on joining the league race, and I can see like a lot of progress on the grid. Like they can have like such a close battle because all the people that racing with you on this series, so you can start building the trust, and like you can actually have a good battle. So yeah, it's a great practice if you want to improve. And Cierra, I'm looking forward to see you racing in iRacing in the Summer Cup. So Cierra will drive the F4, guys. So guys, give her tons of support, please, because this is gonna be your first time, right? This is gonna be your first time racing in F4.
Yeah, I have to buy the car. I'm like, it's going to be fine.
We haven't buy the car yet, so yes. So we need to start practicing together. How about that? I invite you, Cleo, Jamie also. So basically, Jamie and Cleo are like the F4 girls. They do.
They do open wheel, don't they?
Yeah. Especially Cleo, because Cleo starts from F1 game, so she's like very very familiar with the open wheel than the GT3.
Oh my gosh, I am not. That's something that I haven't like fully embarked on.
I see. So in road, in road, you are more into the sports car than.
Yeah, it's funny. I've done the GT3s. I think actually it's funny. I used to do the Mazdas, and then when we did the Daytona 24 together, that was the first time that I learned how to do a GT3 car. And took a while, and you helped me out so much. Like I remember when we would do the practicing, like you literally like helped me out more than you know. Like I was like, wait a second, like I can race a GT3 car. Like I got this. And like and even like when we were doing the actual race, and we were like, you were talking to my ear, and you're like, we got this. And then when the wreck happened, you're like, no, it's okay, we got, like the whole time was just positive vibes and just working together, and I loved that.
Sending you a big hug. I mean, I'm so happy to have you. Like, I'm happy helping people, like giving some tips, something like that, like I'm happy. And you did fantastic for your first race in GT3. Like, you are so freaking brave. I'm sorry for that freaking word, but she's so brave, guys. So the Daytona 24, it was 2 years ago, I think. It wasn't last year. So we did Daytona 24. So me, Cierra, Ash, and Quacker, the duck. So yeah,
Quackers.
there were like 4 of us doing this Daytona 24. And at that moment, Cierra, that was your first race, the first race ever in GT3. And she threw herself into the 24 hours of Daytona. And we all survived. We survived the race. We finished the race. How was it, by the way? How was it? The first 24 hours race?
It was. I honestly enjoy. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think I put like almost that it like it was gonna be like in my brain a certain way, and then when I actually got into it, I was like, you know what, I can do this. It was just about hitting the marks. I think I wasn't like trying to go the fastest lap possible because I really did just want to make sure that I was safe and I make sure that I didn't get any wrecks. But it's funny because I was trying to be safe and didn't get any wrecks. I remember the
Right.
wreck that we got into. I kind of just the person behind me, obviously their breaking point was way farther than mine and my breaking point at that moment. So and I went by.
But you did great. I remember during our Daytona 24, I think Ash was sleeping back then, or like Ash were there at the moment. So it was like me and
Yeah,
you
no.
in the voice chat.
It was just me and you, and we both were like, no!
And we were like driving, and I was trying to help her, basically like preparing the tires, fuel, and everything. And I asked her like, okay, how much fuel do you have? And she was like, Sierra was like, 4 gal. And I was like, how much is that in liter? I was still used to the liter and kilometer back then, but now I'm used to gal and miles.
And how
we
funny
were
is
lost
that-
in translation back then. Like, how much is that? Damn.
And it's funny because over time I ended up like changing my like spotter. I now have crew chief, and now it's liters. So it's funny now. If you asked me, I would tell you what it would be in liters.
Man, I'm used to the miles and gal by now. Gallons.
I know, it's so
gallons
funny.
and
We like
miles.
swap, and it's so funny every time I hear the liters. Like even everybody was like, "Why do you have the liters?" I'm like, I don't know. It's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is. Because here in America we use miles and gallons, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. But if
So
you
it's
look,
very strange.
if you look into the track guide on YouTube and something like that, everybody will say that will convert everything into meters and liters. So like you break
And I
at
just get
100
confused.
meters.
I'm just like,
Wait.
okay, well there we go. Whatever you say, hun.
Whatever you say, I will follow you. Okay, if you say that in meters, my brain works in
Yeah, I'm like, if
kilometers.
that's the way it wants to be, that's the way it wants to be.
Oh, would be cool to throw up some practice session before the Summer Cup. Super Becca! Yes, how about
Absolutely.
that? How about that?
Actually,
Like,
I would love that. Yeah,
Yes,
definitely
please.
needs to practice.
yes, please.
We're gonna be better, and we're gonna practice before we go into the race.
Okay, so the first round is Road Atlanta. I know how to drive the F4, but I don't know how to drive Road Atlanta. Cleo knows Road Atlanta. and
Okay,
that
so
is
we
her
have
favorite
just
track.
okay. So I don't know how to drive the F4, and I don't know how to drive Road Atlanta.
Okay, I will throw a practice server for you, for all of us. So you should join Super Becca and Yvonne, Sierra, Jamie, Cleo,
Yes,
everyone.
absolutely.
I should invite Storm
Absolutely.
Malina also. Do you know Storm Malina?
Let me know time and place. Well, technically, we know the place. It's on
Yes.
iRacing.
Yes, I will let you know. So it's coming up like in 3 weeks from now, right? Hold on, let me check. Let me check real quick. So, let's see. So the first round is coming up on July 6th, but we will do a time attack from June 29 until July 5. So basically this time attack, I'm gonna explain it a bit how it works. So basically you go into the time attack server and you just score your fast lap. It's not like a qualifying kind of thing. It will decide where you stand on the quali. It will like decide where you grade, but it doesn't mean like somebody got this qualified because they didn't meet the perfect lap time, something like that. So yeah, we can get into it. So before that, I will make sure to host a practice server for all of us because I need to learn Road Atlanta. So
Oh yeah.
how to explain Road Atlanta? So Road Atlanta, a lot of blind corners. So that track is like going uphill, downhill, blind
Oh
corners.
really?
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, love hills though.
Okay.
I
think you're
love
going to
honestly.
love it.
It's I'm born and raised from Vermont, and so there is a lot of ups and downs and blind turns. Like you know the Laguna Seca, the corkscrew.
Yes.
I remember the first time I went down that, I didn't know what it was going to be like, and I went to go do it, and I did it. And I remember everyone was like, "Did you actually just do?" And I was like, "What?" And they and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "It's so funny. That turn reminds me, and it still does. It reminds me of a turn that I used to go on almost every single day on my way to school.
Oh, to school. So
It literally was like a blind like little
interesting.
S like that."
You're going to love Road Atlanta. I think you are going
Okay.
to love the Road Atlanta for sure. I should invite Love 46 also. So I will invite like basically all my girls like, hey, yo, come race with us in, it's Road Atlanta F4. F4 is like, so basically for me, F4 and the Formula Lights, the Super Formula Lights, it feels so fun to drive. And
Okay.
F3 and Super Formula, you require quite a like more skill to drive. But in F4, I feel like you can floor it. You will have lots of fun. But treat that car like an Indy car. Like that car is like an
Okay.
open wheel. It has front wing, rear wing. One little touch, you will lose your wing. So
I was gonna say, what is the braking like on that? Is it like, can I just completely floor it on the brake, or do I have to be
no,
easy on it?
no. In the first lap, especially, go easy on it. Go easy.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't. I don't think you can brake as much as when you're braking in. I don't know, GT3, GR86, something like that. In F1,
Yeah.
you need to be like more gentle and more gradually on the throttle.
A lot of trail braking, probably.
Yes, yes. So it's going uphill, downhill, trail braking.
Okay.
So here, Road Atlanta, you need to believe the track is gonna be there. Behind us, there will be a track. Over there.
Oh my
Then you
god!
drive
Just a
for-
repeat.
Drive for half an hour and you're gonna repeat this cycle. Right. It takes time, I think, to master the Road Atlanta. I think it takes time, but once you know, the track feels really flowy. That's how I see.
And that's what I noticed a lot of bunch of tracks, like when I don't think that I'm gonna be able to actually do it, is like literally then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, I actually really like it. It's super flowing.
Yeah. I think for me, when I'm practicing, I need to reach the level where I need to get the flow of the track. If I'm not vibing with the track, I'm not gonna do well in the race.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm gonna go. Tomorrow is the last day of our holiday. Oh, tomorrow is your last day. Okie dokie. Have a great rest for you, Yvonne. Bye. Bye, Yvonne. By the way, enjoy the last day of your holiday. And by the way, congratulations, Yvonne. Can I spill the tea to the chat? Hey, by the way, chat, if you have question to Sierra, save it because we will have a Q&A after this. By the way, Yvonne, can I spill the tea to everyone or not? So I have tea to spill, you guys. Ooh. No, we're waiting. Oh no. The track is my nemesis. I hate it. You hate the Road Atlanta? Jacob! Dora hates Road Atlanta? Why,
You
Jacob?
do?
Did you see Swiper on the track? That's why you're hating it. Oh yes, I can. Yay! By the way, guys, Yvonne and Sophie just got engaged today. Well, I saw it this morning.
Aw.
In the group chat. Aww.
Hey!
Congratulations. Wait. I'm gonna show you guys the picture real quick. Oh, wait. You should see this.
Hi, Racer.
Hi, Resurrect! Hi! Welcome! Welcome to INIT Talks episode 10 with the one and only my girl Cierra. Welcome in. So guys, so sweet guys. Look at this. How do I? Okay. There.
Oh.
Aww. It's so beautiful. The mountains and everything is so beautiful. Super beautiful. Congratulations, Yvonne. Congratulations. I'm super happy for you. Enjoy. Please enjoy the last day of your holiday. And I will see you in the next week meeting. Bye, Yvonne. Hi, by the way. Resurrect. Hi. Welcome in. So, Sierra, I think we are going down to few last questions. Like few more questions. Sierra, you are fabulous. Just saying. Yeah, she's fabulous. And I love her hair. Your hair looks very nice, by the way. Is it like a natural wavy hair or do you like do your hair? Something.
No, I never do my hair. I braid it when I get out of the shower, and then yeah, I have extremely long hair. I
so
honestly, I don't go. I cut it myself, so.
Yeah, me too. I cut it myself too. my hair. I'm just too
I
lazy to
literally,
go.
I just get so scared. I actually give my hairdresser anxiety. Like I make them shake, and
What?
like I feel like a shaking hairdresser is not the vibe.
What? Your hair is so beautiful. Like it's a very
Thank
like
you.
black long hair, and I love the wave. Like it's like a beach wave kind of thing. You know, it gives you
Yeah.
like vibes.
Yeah, it's definitely not curly as much as I put the curly
Yeah, my
products in my hair. It doesn't become curly. It's wavy.
I woke up like this. Yep. Sierra
Aw,
woke up in the
Grace,
morning
you're so
and
sweet.
yes, I woke up like this. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Okay, let's get back into sim racing. Okay, so we were talking about your favorite track, your most memorable race. What else? Your experience streaming on Twitch, and also like all your experience in sim racing. So it got me thinking. What are your ultimate goals in life?
What are my ultimate goals?
Let's say in
So
life. How about that?
in life, oh god.
Is it gonna be like something related to sim racing? Okay, let's talk about how do you see yourself in the next 5 years in
In
gaming?
the next 5 years, I'm trying. Okay, I want to get better in general, and I want to not be known as the super speedway. Okay. I love being the super speedway. This is what they said, the super speedway queen. But at the same time, I want to be better at other tracks. Like I want to be an oval queen. I want to be better. It's just like I struggle so much with short tracks and the oval and like for the mile and a half. Yes, I love them, but there's a lot of times that I don't know when it comes to like battling I need to get better at. I just like I have no problem battling when it's like at a road course on a Mazda, when it's that kind of stuff, when it's like the track that I know, but like that's something I need to get better at, is just like battling in general on an oval course. And
Right.
my main goals, I would love to actually get behind the wheel of a in real life NASCAR car. I really want to do that. There's a thing with one of my goals to do would be to do it's like NASCAR racing experience. It's in Daytona, and I'm not too far from Daytona, but there is a thing that you can go on the track for a couple of laps and drive the car, and that's something that I really, really want to do. That I'm trying to work up to do, but you know, it's a little bit about money, so I'm trying to save up for it, and that's something that is a goal of mine. But just to simply do that is where I'm going for, but also just getting better. Maybe in 5 years, if we're being better, eNASCAR Coke Series.
You'll get there.
I think that'd be
You will
fun.
get there. You will get there. I mean, you got what it takes. I mean, yeah. I think for us, all we need is more sit time, like more racing, doing more race, collect as many experience as we can. You know, because racing in high level is a total different thing than doing the officials. So maybe we can practice together. I'm not saying I'm very best in the short track, but I prefer the short tracks than the super speedway. So I can help you out with the short tracks, and maybe you can help me with super speedway. Oh my god, I have this idea in mind. Oh my freaking god. What about you be my spotter, or I can be your spotter, and we are going to record that for content.
Oh my god.
That's the conversation of content creators, guys. Like when we are having a topic, all I have in my brain is like, okay, how am I going to make it into a clip? How am I going
Clip.
to?
There's so many times that like when like the stream is happening and there's things that happen, like, oh my god, I have to remember where this was in the stream. Oh my god. Like the thing
Oh yeah, I
thank
did
you,
that.
Racer,
Yep.
for saying that.
Yep, same here. Like I think the way I remember it, like I just look into okay, which race was that? Okay, first, second, or third race, and then I look at the lap. That's it. I think.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
easiest
exactly.
way.
And I try to remember the laps, and then also like usually after something that is clip worthy happens, there's most likely going to be a caution, so you kind of look for the caution.
Oh yeah. That's the hardest part. I feel like there's a lot of like clip that I can clip, but it's just that I forgot and I just remember
Right.
some of it. Unless
My
like
chat gets so mad at me because at the end of the stream, they'll want to do like a replay of what happened. You know, I show them like the things that I remember, and then I'll exit, and they're like, "Can you show us that?" And I'm like, "Oh,
it's somewhere.
I've already exited. I'm bad."
And how long you normally stream, by the way? Is it like
It really
2, 3?
depends. It's just really depends how tired I am from work. I wish that I could take more time and like put hours on the sim and really like practice as much as I can, but like that's just not the reality of my situation right now. I have to go to work, so when I do
Right.
stream, it's probably like 4 hours is like average. I mean, I've been really tired lately, so it's been like 3, but
Three.
it's usually
Yeah.
4.
I think three is like normal. Because I think 1 hour is like too short. 2 hours still a little bit too short. 3 or 4 is like perfect. But for me,
Yeah.
I do my day job and making content in the afternoon, and I'm trying to get back on my game, like trying to stream, like I don't know, do a longer stream because I was moving to California, and it was just pain. That
I
was
know
such a
moving
pain.
is.
Sucks, especially if you
I
have
hate moving.
if you have a sim setup. That is such a pain. Like really.
It was. I moved in the last year too, and it was, and because I have my own sim setup, and so does my man. So it's like we had to move 2 sim racing setups,
Oh my God.
and oh my god, and we were so nervous because also our PCs, we didn't want anything happening to our PCs. Like it was just a whole process.
Yeah, it is. And wait, are you using like an ultra wide or triple?
I'm on an ultra wide. I'm on a
Oh.
Samsung 49-inch.
Oh, I see. Okay, you're lucky. I think you're lucky because
You have 3, right?
yeah, I have 3. I have like triple, and when I was moving to California, my monitors are broken. I had to buy
Like from the shipping, or
yes from the shipping. That's crazy.
see, that's what we were so afraid of.
Yep, that's crazy. That's super crazy, and I had to buy like another triple setup because I cannot.
Would cry.
Well. My crybaby side saying that I cannot race with single monitor, so I need my triple. That's my ego, maybe. But setting up the triple and everything is like takes so much time, and I can completely understand why people choose the ultra wide monitor because, yeah, it's just
Well, he has the 3. He has the triple.
Oh.
So when I did sit down and I was using his at 1st, when we came to the decision of setting up mine, I think I just at that point was like, I don't really need all of that. I just felt like I just felt like, because I've been to like arcades and stuff, and like I've been to that kind of stuff, and I just felt like, especially with my eyes, for some reason I get really sensitive. I get motion sickness really badly sometimes. So I felt like when I was in it, it was almost like I was too in it, and I like the ultra wide.
I see. So Jin went from G9 to triples. And Dora, your VR broke, so you're on the 27-inch monitor. I think in my
Your
opinion,
VR broke. I'm sorry.
yeah. Oh my god. I think in my opinion, 27 is good. 27 is good. 32 is nice. I think that's how I see it. And
I think it all works. Like no matter, like we're still playing iRacing.
right. I mean, yeah, we're still playing iRacing, so that it doesn't really matter. Because I used to have a triple 55. Triple 55 is it's nice to have, but you
That's
don't really
intense.
need it. You don't really need it in the end. I think okay, that's an honest review from me, guys. Speaking about the triple, I used to have a triple 55. It's nice to have, but it takes up so much space. Crazy.
Oh my gosh, I bet it actually probably like I don't even think I could fit that here.
Yeah, that's also my concern when I'm moving to this. Like I know that I will have this gaming room, so I had options back in the day. Like, do you want to like I don't know even make an upgrade to triple 65 or something? But I chose triple 32. I'm thinking about the space. Like, yeah, it's nice to have like a full sim setup, but I can't do anything other than sim racing if I have like a triple 55 or 65.
Interesting.
You know, because I want to
Yeah.
have like a lounge area where I can like I don't know like playing random games. I want to have my own workstation over there because I cannot work or editing video here on my setup. Like nope, my back hurts so bad.
Honestly, when I edit my clips, I actually do it on my laptop in my living room, in my because
Yeah.
it's a little bit, especially when it's like everything is right here. I like when it's in front of me.
Yep. Yeah. At least for me, for now, I cannot have like I need to have like a dedicated space for everything, like for sim racing, for work. I cannot mix everything. Like I don't know, I just can't. Like oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. and also like my PC is like super hot. So imagine like having this triple like close to you, like triple monitor and hot PC is just not a good
yeah, I bet.
environment. Like nope.
Oh yeah, some like my it was actually my PC like last year was overheating a lot. I had to replace the fans in it, and actually before I realized it was the fans that needed to be replaced, I was freaking out. I was like, I need a new PC and all this stuff, and I did a bunch of research, and Chad also helped me out, and then we realized that it was the fan issue, and then I replaced the fans, and now everything's been fine. But I was like, it got really hot.
Yeah, it is. Especially here in California during the heat wave. Like I didn't stream at all. Do you have a heat wave in Florida or not?
It's more just like always humid. It's just like so humid. Like you go outside and you're just a frisball.
Oh, I see, I see. Here, this kind of heat here in California is like a dry heat kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, ugh,
When I went to Arizona, that's when the only time like where I've been on the west side. But that's what I noticed. It's almost like you're like it's so dry. It's like you're in an oven. It's not like you're in a wet swamp. That's how I feel Florida is sometimes.
I think it's also like something similar like Texas. Yeah, I understand that kind of humid that you're saying. I don't know which one is better, like dry, hot, or humid.
I know, right?
No,
I'm just like, give me the cold.
Yeah,
give me
the cold.
give me a blanket. Give me some hot cocoa. Where's that fire at?
I think you should move to the mountain area then. We should
As
move
I'm
to
saying,
the mountain.
it's like I'm from Vermont, so it's like living in Florida is just a different. It's a different. I miss the mountains.
Oh yeah, you prefer the mountain actually.
I do. But like I just don't see the thing. I just don't the snow. The snow, and then when it's like around springtime, it turns to mud. Then like the summer months of the mountains, 10 out of 10.
Oh, anyway, I did just as good on the 27-inch than I did in my VR, so it didn't matter. Right. Yeah, exactly. Because I think some people keep on like having this mindset in mind, like I need a direct drive, I need a strong PC, I need a lot cell pedals, but I've seen a lot of good people driving in belt-driven wheel. So yeah, I think doesn't matter what gears you have, all you need is practice. Especially in sim racing. Sim racing is like a game. I'm sorry for calling it a game, but okay, it's a hobby that requires a lot of time to be good at it.
Absolutely. And it's like it really is about just building on what you've learned from the race before. Like every single race is a different learning scenario. Like it just every single time, no matter how much you think that you're gonna go into that race and you know everything that's about to happen. It's not something's gonna happen, you're like, did that just happen? Yes it did, because it's very unpredictable.
It is, especially awful.
Yeah, yes, oval. I'm speaking from,
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, I throw myself into a lot of oval race, and I'm so chill right now in road racing. Like, you know what? This crash is nothing compared to oval. Like, nothing.
It's because the high speeds, like you're just like, there's been times where like jump scares are real, and I actually like my whole body has an actual connection. Like I'm like, oh my god, like you actually, it's because it's so realistic. Like, and then you hear it too, like the sound is up, and you're like, I am in a crash.
Oh yeah, Yep. I don't know, like, well, road can be chaotic sometimes, especially if you're like getting into the multi-class. Have you tried the multi-class race in iRacing, by the way, Cici?
Which one?
IMSA. Oh,
No.
IMSA. Oh, you never been into?
We did a little bit of practice for the Daytona 24, but then our actual one and didn't end up being multi-class.
Yeah, no. It was just the GT3, I think, for us back in the day.
Yeah, like we didn't have any of the other ones. And I remember I was like, oh man, because I practiced with the other ones.
Yeah, me too. I was like, yo, I was practicing for this multi-class race. So why is it only like a GT3?
I know. I was like, I was excited for that, but you know, it's what happens.
Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. It's good anyway. But the multi-class race, like the IMSA, it is always like crazy, like super crazy, like that type of crash. And good luck, everyone who's going to race in 6 hours of the Glen. You will meet GT3, GTP, and we will have rain. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Good luck to you, girl.
I'm just gonna pray to God, like, oh my God, please take my will.
You got this.
I'm into that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Emotional support. Thank you so much.
Emotional support. I like how I was just like gonna go with what you were doing. I thought we were singing. I was like, what? Emotional support.
Okay, guys. Resurrect, Dora, Jin, Jonah, and everyone. We will have the Q&A session after this last question. Okay, so feel free to drop your question now for Cierra. If you have, if you have question, Danny, everyone, please drop it now because we are having a Q&A session after this. So Cierra, while we are waiting for your community here asking questions to you, I have this last question for you. So, any tips for the girls out there who wants to start getting into iRacing or getting into streaming?
Ooh. My advice would be to just go for it. Like don't hesitate. Just any sort of any race, like any car or track that you want to do, just do it. You don't have to do a certain track because someone else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Just do the one that you want to do, and then from there build on it. Because if you do something that you enjoy in the beginning and you build on that, then from there you can move on to other classes and other races. Because if you become good at that, like if you like, let's say for me and my personal experience, I started with the Mazdas and I learned all the track in that one car, all the tracks in that one car. So then from there, when I got into another car, I already knew the track. So it's like I already knew that, and now I can work on learning a different car. And so from there, you just keep learning and learning, getting better.
So that's how you practice.
Which are the race
Interesting.
cars?
Interesting. Because for me, I focus more on the track than the car. Like, okay, this track. Okay, I wanna learn this track. Okay, what cars do we have in this week in the officials? I think that's how I do it. So, your way is quite interesting. Like, pick one car and drive in every track you want.
That's how personally I started, was just making sure that you exactly. But I mean, there's obviously you do it the other way too, but that's just how I personally did it. And I think it also has to do with oval a lot, because ovals you're doing the same kind of tracks, and then once you get into the Xfinity car, you get into the truck, you get into the Cup car, they drive differently. And if you think they don't, you're wrong, because they do. And like
so
there's
different.
many times where I am on a certain track and I'm like, you know what? I'm in a next gen, and then all of a sudden I drive that corner like a truck, and I'm in the wall, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm in a next gen. Like you have to just know what car you're in, and really like that's for me it's about the car a lot at the time too, but it also is the track, obviously.
Yep, I completely agree with you. I think between truck, Xfinity, and Cup, there are like 3 different things. The way you drive, it is different. Like,
and when I first started getting into it, I don't think I realized the concept of that. I was like, oh, it's just all like oval racing, like it's all NASCAR cars, and it's all no.
No, girl, it's different. So
absolutely.
For me in oval, I need to focus in one car. I cannot like keep on changing the car. Well, for fun,
honestly,
I can. For fun.
Yeah, a lot of the times, like I do, because sometimes the races, they end a certain time, and then the next gen race is going to be an hour from them, and then you see an Xfinity one starting in 5 minutes, so you're like, let's just do the Xfinity. I don't need to warm up, and then you get into Xfinity race and you do one turn, and you're like, oh my god, I am not in a next gen, I'm in Xfinity. That's, if you notice, like that's what I say to myself over and over again. What car I'm in? I'm like, I'm in a next gen. We're not in a truck.
We're not in ARCA. We are in next gen. Keep that in mind. We are.
Yes, because they drive different.
Yeah, it is. Especially the Xfinity. I feel like the Xfinity is very powerful. I think that's how I describe it.
Xfinity. Oh my gosh, like Atlanta, the new Atlanta. For some reason with the Xfinities, I've seen more wrecks in the Xfinity series on Atlanta than I have any other car. It's just they're thinking that they can go full out the entire way, but you do have to brake the gas a little bit once the tires start getting wearing, and if you don't, you're gonna spin out and wreck the whole field.
Lesson learned. So guys, if you're guys planning to do Xfinity in New Atlanta, please do some practice and get used to it. Because
the car, it's different than the trucks, I'm telling you now.
Alright, so first question in from Jonah. Are we doing a hosted later?
Oh, Jonah.
Who's
it's
better,
so funny.
you or me?
Who's better?
You or me?
What are race day? What are your go-to snacks?
Oh, go to snacks.
That's a good one. Are we talking like if I'm going to a race, or are we talking just sitting in my house?
Because it's
Like a
different.
good.
Racetrack snacks.
It is different.
And house
because you
snacks
got to
are
pack
different.
accordingly because it's hot out and things melt.
Okay.
And no, I would not jump Granny for the records. Oh my god, I would not jump.
Can
Can I speak? I would not dump Granny for the checkers. No, I'd let Granny take the win. Let Granny have her moment.
have a moment?
And Jonah, I don't know about the hosted later. We always play it by ear. I do have a league race later. I'm going to be doing Vegas, and I am excited to do Vegas in the trucks because
wait.
I do like it.
Are you racing in Vegas today? What time? What time is your race?
8:30.
8:30 your time.
8:30 p.m. EST.
All right, so that will be like 5:30. And which car are you driving? Truck?
I'm driving the truck, and it's actually it's a stream team league, so it's fellow streamers on TikTok, and YouTube and all of the above. So it's really fun. I like to do it a lot. I don't do like every single race, but when I can join, I really do join. I know. Do you have any pertaining to thinking about a hot take that kids these days say?
Oh.
Ooh, unpopular opinions. I feel like I don't. I feel like most of my opinions about iRacing is like what everybody else feels. Sometimes I get mad. I mean, it's not an unpopular opinion, but sometimes I get mad about those net codes, man. Those net codes. Those net codes. I mean, it's a beautiful. It's one of those things where it's like you can't get too mad because at the end of the day, it is what it is. But it also, the next time I get wrecked because of net code, I'm gonna scream.
Oh,
And then
Resurrect got another question, I think. Oh, your ultimate track you would like to wheel on in real life? Ooh,
Racer, Daytona.
Let's
Put me on
go,
Daytona, but
Ray.
if we're talking road, Summit Point. Put me on some point.
I really
love
hope
Summit
one
Point.
day. I really hope one day you will drive a real race car in real racetrack, not just in virtual world. I'm into that.
Me too. I would love to. I want to go fast. I want to go fast.
Fast. And Jacob, Dora, while you are racing, what's your biggest fear?
Well, my racing, what's my biggest fear? Honestly, losing I rating and losing safety rating.
That's
my biggest fear anytime I'm in an official race. But like, oh my goodness, I'm still sad about it. But you know, super speedways, they're very much give or take, and sometimes they're very much nice, but like also not. So like in the last 3 weeks, I did lose 300 I rating in oval. So yeah, so I'm very upset about that. But those are my biggest fears. Is the more I'm like, I can't lose any more I rating. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a panic attack.
Oh my god, did you lose safety rating as well? Like drop it?
Yeah, and then because I lost safety rating, I didn't want to lose my A class at the end of the season, so I had to do a bunch of gateway races that I don't like doing, but I had to do it because I needed to get over a certain amount so I didn't lose the A class. And then the gateway races, there was two of them, it didn't work out in my favor, and there was like a green C strategy. I didn't do the green flag pit stop strategy correctly, and I ended up not where I wanted to be, so I lost a lot of A rating. And then there was another one where I got wrecked, meatball flag, end of story.
End of story. Thanks.
Have you ever been injured by your force feedback? You know what? No, I have not been injured by my force feedback, but there is times where yes, I do have like I tense up a lot my wrists. Like when I don't know why, I'm just so like I don't know. I tense up a lot, so then sometimes yes, I do feel like I have to like stretch out my wrist after I race because I am tensing so much.
Okay, but you never been like an actual injured by me neither. And I
No,
don't
not
want that
actually.
to happen to you and to
Oh
me, to all
no,
of us. No,
that's
no,
like
no.
that is a it's so funny. Like you did ask what fears would be, but like I don't have it up too much where I do think that would happen. But I've seen like that's a real thing. That's gonna actually hurt somebody.
Okay, take out SR and IR. What's your answer? Is there anything that scares you other than losing safety rating? Losing rating, basically.
Is there anything other than this scares me? I mean, a typical jump scare would scare me. anything like that. But no, I mean overall, there's not too many scary moments on iRacing.
Yeah, I think for me, the jump scare is quite fun. Like sometimes I'm waiting for the jump scare a lot. Like, okay, where's the jump scare? Where's the jump scare? I wanna see.
Yeah,
Because I
exactly.
wanna learn how to avoid that. So I'm like, sometimes I'm waiting for the crash to happen. Like, half wishing it will happen in my race so I can learn how to avoid. I think for me, there's nothing that really scares me in virtual track. But if you ask that, um, in real racing, there will be like a lot. Because I do karting sometimes, and
Oh yeah.
a lot of things scares me. And yeah, in real life, maybe Sierra will have that. But in simulator, we are so brave, Jacob. We're not.
Yes, we're
afraid of
so brave. Oh yeah,
anything.
and probably if we got into an actual real life, I would definitely have some fears.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But in simulator, I think at this point nothing scares me anymore. We are
Yeah.
we are strong. Our mental is like very strong from oval. Like you see our stream, like you see my stream, you see Sierra's stream. You know what happened in oval, so nothing scares us anymore at this point.
Exactly.
I'm so
Can you say
confident about that.
yes, Jonah? I would say that you helped my reflexes. Yes.
Will, Pete, and Jonah helps you. So the community really helps you, right? In order to get better in sim racing. I'm really looking forward to have you in Screen to Speed Summer Cup. So like we can like basically like play together with all the girls, like me, you, Cleo, everyone, like actually practicing and having a good time and getting better together. Because yeah, when was the last time I did the F4? I think it was like 2 seasons ago, something like that.
Yeah, literally. We're gonna do it together. Thank you guys for your questions.
Yes, thank you so much, you guys, for the questions. Thank you so much. And by the way, Cici, it's almost 2 hours, like 1.5 hours. I told you it's gonna be an hour. It's fine. It's gonna be an hour. But here I am now. Here we are. We are.
No,
But
it was fun. Thank you for hanging out with me and talking with me.
Thank you so much. Big hug for you, Cici. Big hug. Oh my god. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your time today. Like being the guest on INIT and what a rush.
What a rush!
What a rush. Thank you so much. Cici, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the interview.
Yes, I did. I had so much fun. Thank you. Amazing questions, amazing community. I love it. I love that you're doing this. I love that
Thank you so
us
much.
female sim racers are getting a voice. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much. I'm doing my best, like I'm trying my best to, like bring all the girls more into sim racing, because I know there are a lot of girls out there that really into racing games, no matter what platform, but I'm not saying they're feeling shy or something, but it feels better when you have like another girls in the community.
Exactly.
So you feel safe. So that's what we are trying to do every day in INIT Esports, like try to invite more girls. Come on, let's play together, let's compete together so we can be good together. So stay awesome, both of you. We will Jacob, wait for the great things. We're not even picked yet. Don't
You
worry.
stay awesome.
This is not our final form. You will see the greatness from us.
Yes.
Yay, by the way, Jacob, thank you so much. Jonah, nice meeting you. Thank you so much. Your community is wonderful. By the way, Cici, your community is so wonderful.
Thank you.
And so maybe Cici, do you want to watch the 24 hours with me? I don't know what's the plan yet. I'm planning to watch the 24 hours of Le Mans.
Ooh, girl, hit me up. We'll talk about it.
Yes. We will talk about it, okay? We will talk about it. Oh, before we go, one last question. Okay, this is the last question, I promise to you.
Okay.
I'll be racing in Las Vegas also today. Dang.
Oh, awesome.
But in next gen. So any tips surviving the Las Vegas Speedway? Bonus questions.
I would say tire management. Tire management, absolutely.
Vegas?
That'd be
Okay.
the number one thing.
Okay. I'll try my best to not abusing my tires.
Yeah, exactly.
And good luck for your race, by the way, Cici. Good luck. I will try to manage my tires, and I'm looking forward to have you on Screen to Speed Summer Cup. Gonna be fun having Cierra.
See you there.
New names joining the grid, yo. So, by the way, resurrect everyone. So, if you know anyone, like any of your friends, family, or anyone that you know playing sim racing and they're looking for a league race, don't forget to invite them to the upcoming Screen to Speed Summer Cup, because we are having the league race in iRacing, in F1 games, and also in iRacing. Wait, F1 iRacing. Oh, F1 iRacing Gran Turismo, pardon me. Okay, F1 iRacing Gran Turismo. Doesn't matter if you're playing on console or are you playing on PC, we provide the platform for all of you to become more competitive and to be better in sim racing. And by the way, Jacob, please support us in the Screen to Speed Summer Cup, because Cierra will be driving the F4 for the first time. It will worth to watch. It will worth to watch. So... it will worth to watch. So yeah, don't forget to watch. It's coming up on 29th of June, the time attack, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check one more time. Hurry up.
Yes.
Else. Brain, come on. Brain. I'm sorry, I'm not a morning person, Cierra, honestly.
That's okay.
I'm doing my best to be a morning person. So yeah.
Catch you later, you guys.
July 6th, the first round, July 6th. So wish us luck. We will start practicing, and yeah, by the way, take care everyone. Mekis, Dora, by the way, thank you so much, guys. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. And Cici, so if anyone wants to follow you on social media, please share your username.
It's Cierra Races. It's CIERRACES on all socials. We're talking Discord, we're talking Instagram, we're talking TikTok,
Yes.
YouTube, Twitch, all the above.
Okay,
Thanks for hanging
so
out with me.
don't
I
forget
loved
to
it.
follow Cierra. Okie dokie. Don't forget to follow us at INIT Esports, at Screen to Speed, and at Cierra Races. So we will see you guys next time. So next week we'll be back with new guests. It's gonna be interesting. Another special guest. I cannot spill it now, but you will find out. Alright, by the way, guys, thank you so much. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
INIT Esports focuses on sim racing events and digital tournaments. They bring esports content to fans and sponsorship opportunities to brands while maximizing audience reach across multiple sports, industries, and platforms. INIT Esports is a woman-led company where diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility is in their DNA. And their platform aims to combat bullying and cheating to help make the esports world as safe and fair as possible. To learn more, be sure to log on to www.initesports.gg or follow them on social media at INIT Esports. Join their Discord, check out their YouTube channel, or follow their live content via Twitch.
This episode has been brought to you by Grand Touring Motorsports as part of our Motoring Podcast Network. For more episodes like this, tune in each week for more exciting and educational content from organizations like the Exotic Car Marketplace, the Motoring Historian, Break Fix, and many others. If you'd like to support Grand Touring Motorsports and the Motoring Podcast Network, sign up for one of our many sponsorship tiers at www.patreon.com/GT Motorsports. Please note that the content, opinions, and materials presented and expressed in this episode are those of its creator, and this episode has been published with their consent. If you have any inquiries about this program, please contact the creators of this episode via email or social media as mentioned in the episode.